How you doing, children? How we doing? I'm a bit dopey today. Had some beers last night. But we are carrying on our speedrun. Yesterday was a mixed bag. Previous day was a mixed bag. So yesterday I had a loss, didn't I? Okay. So we're rated 8-1 now. Opponent is Mark Ollie Croc. And we've got an e4, e5. And this has clearly thrown my opponent because he's having to settle into a long think. Okay, we've got the bishop's opening. So we play against the bishop's opening is the Calabrese Countergambit here. And you nearly always, on move 3, play knight f6. The queen can come out. This is the point. And there's no knight in the way of the queen, as there very often is in these openings. Clearly the immediate threat is d5. That hits the bishop, also threatens to take this back. Now, if d5 bishop here runs straight into e4. Now, okay, so queen's threatening to take immediately. Get it. Knight c6 prevents that capture, so let's play that. Also got potential threats of this, which targets both e7 and e2 and c2. You can see I'm not awake yet. Woke up at 5 this morning. It's now 7:05. But of course, you know, the knight's busy right now because it has to defend the pawn. d6 would also defend the pawn, but gets in the way of this bishop. So one doesn't know what to do. Right, that's a second attacker on there. Now, could we just push? Generally, it's the first thing that should come into your head if somebody develops a knight in particular in front of an advancing pawn. It's attacked only once on e4, and it's defended by my knight. So, could the knight come in? Well, that runs into d5, blocking off the bishop. So I think that's what we do. I think that is what we do. Got a pint of coffee. Cracking. Yeah. Right, now, am I threatening to take the knight? No. No. Okay, here he comes, but like previously agreed, we have d5. Now, he could bring his knight in here and hassle the queen, but that doesn't work. I can just take him out. My pawn's here in the centre now on light squares, and they're likely to stay on light squares, which makes this my baddest bishop, and this my goodest bishop. You come in here, I just take you out. The whites, he has got 3 pieces out, to his credit, and this pawn this fella is pinned. However, this move is now starting to look threatening. Also, you've got to be very careful about playing d3 in such situations, as we see in the Rousseau very often. So knight here, queen here. I do something, he plays d3. Or is that when I've got a queen here? I think that's when I've got a queen. It's when you've played this one, isn't it, in the Rousseau? Queen e2, queen e7. Knight retreats, knight comes in. Queen comes back. Something, d3. Something like that. Okay, I mean, he's going to play one of these moves. And it's probably going to be this one, because he feels like he's slightly aggressive. Dude. Dude. Bishop hangs. Queen takes. Threatens mate. But queen e7. What? Also, actually, knight e5. Knight e5 hits queen and defends f7. I kind of like this as well. That does block in the bishop, but Queen here? Block? I don't understand. What was his name? Jiref, was it? In Queen's Gambit. I don't understand. What will you do? You're world champion at 16. What next? I don't understand. Alrighty. So, hits this, it's defended, right? This is a check and forks the knight. Can we solve both things in one go? That doesn't work because queen takes there, right? So I have to replace the knight. There's no check here. Mark Ollie Croc is a nice, aggressive player, for sure. I like your style, Mark. But I'm not sure about hanging that bishop. Attacked once, defended. Could move the queen along, okay. Now we don't want to get into repetitions. I'm kind of inclined to play this. Should have another sniff around here, you see. So here, queen takes, knight takes. See, here I'm also threatening potentially e3 and grab the rook, right? There's no... The knight can't check, it's on the wrong colour. Everything's kind of defended, and I'm threatening just to simplify, get the queens off the board. Probably long castle, but also short castles is not bad here, because there's no black pawns on the f-file. This doesn't concern me in the slightest, I just take the queen for free. So now you've got an issue with the queen, because the queen's on an unprotected square, right? That's the thought. Also, this pawn's hanging. And that when that pawn falls, this pawn falls. It's very often a bad idea to try and protect your extra pawn after a gambit. So the pawn took here, and now g4, highly suspect. Highly suspect. We'll see what the machine says. The machine might have an opinion about it, but I don't like g4. The king side is significantly compromised. So, I mean, short castles now for white is almost unthinkable. And seriously, how important is that pawn? That's what you have to... This is the difference between a mature player and a beginner, you know. Okay. That's my first thought. I'm just looking around, so how can we hassle the queen? She's running out of squares. I'm not worried about the knight. This comes with tempo. What's not to like? Seriously. And actually these pawns are almost like in his way now. I've got maybe long castles ideas. Definitely got short castles ideas. Maybe annoying the knight ideas, because he can't go back to this square, so he's going to end up going back to h3. If I annoy him, he could come here, takes, loses a pawn. So if you're going to lose that, you know, the pawn, why did you invest that time trying to save the pawn? And now look, he's got 2 pieces developed and I've got 4. And that's what tempo means in real terms, right? Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. Can't go there, can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there. That's possible. That's possible. This is it. We've got a choice of like 4 squares on the third rank, I think. Obviously, that's out and that's out. So what's she got? She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe squares to go to. These are your options. Also, the pawn on g4 hangs, which means that probably queen g3 or queen h3 are the more likely. And like we say, after this pawn falls, then this pawn could fall to the queen or to the bishop. I favour the bishop in general. Also, we still have... Okay. Now, again, as previously discussed, if we annoy the knight can come back here. I have bishop d6 hitting the queen one more time. But what's gained by that move? Not a lot. I like annoying the knight. I like being annoying on principle. It's also taking a square away from the knight. It's also potentially taking this g5 square away from that bishop at some point in the future. Right, you come here, you get took. Come here, you get took. Come here, you get took. Obviously not from that square, because that's not the square you're on. Go here, you get took. Go here, you get took. So you have but one choice. Ooh. Also, dude. C7 hangs. Now, I'm not worried about that now. Okay. Now it doesn't hang. Jolly good. But now is it time for this? Is it time for the e3 disco on the rook, right? Because I'm just threatening to take here, yeah? I'm not worried about this. This is like... Queen's got herself out of trouble. She's defending this pawn, right? Which is only there because it was trying to defend this pawn. But this is not nice. Queen takes, and I take this pawn. Oh, queen takes with check. Bugger. I might have to block with my knight. Red down. Should have castled. Should have castled and got ready to stick my rook. Yeah. Yeah, that was inaccurate. But I do have this, and that's still on. I just got overexcited there. Do I want to bring my knight backwards? Sometimes the way backwards is actually the way forwards. But the problem is then castles and the knight's under... Oh no, it's defended by the bishop. No, we go forwards. Forwards is better. That was a poor move. This one, it was not the time for that because I failed to consider what is my opponent's best response. And that's what you should do when you're over 1,000. If you want to get to 2,000. Because I'm an expert in getting to 2,000. So I've been working on that for a long time. And failing. However, that said, my blitz rating is now 1570. So something's going right this week. Obviously not in the speedrun. And apologies if the audio is a bit more boomy than normal because I've sold my carpet. And I've sold the carpet in there. And I'm selling all the shit out of my house. But this year is starting to look a little bit ropey. In fact, it's been looking ropey for white for some time. I just need to be accurate. Now, the immediate threat is this, right? Because yes, I hang the knight, but that comes with check. And what's he got? He's got that. That is the only permitted move. I could even then just castle. Queen takes, rook from f8 to e8 wins the queen because it's defended by the knight. And Mark is not having a great time. It's evening time for Mark if he's in Australia. So yeah, here I think the move was short castles, and then with the idea that okay, he's moved the rook. Okay, so there we go. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. There's no short castles now for you. Right, this pawn is super well defended. It's defended 4 times, but it is also pinned. So I just take the knight. How long's that knight be hanging? Oh, now the queen moved. Now the knight just simply hangles. Also this, but then rook takes, and the knight can't recapture because it's in a pin, right? But do I just win this? Threatening rook to there, defended by the queen. It's a whole piece, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? That's a piece. Okay. Get the bishop out, get the king to safety. Matter of urgency. I'm a piece up. Oh no, you took a pawn. Not a whole pawn. Gives me a check. This knight is unpinned. And that, my friends, is called a family fork. Don't go pawn grabbing. Check. And you can resign. Simple as. Alright, family fork is king, queen and a rook. I suppose theoretically you could have the full family with 2 rooks. Potentially more. Because a knight can see up to 8 squares at once. But that's now completely resignable. Because he's going to lose the queen for no compensation whatsoever. And you can see the... yeah, there you go. There goes the queen. And that is a check. Okay, I get it. I'd like to play that move. That pawn's also pinned on the rook now. I think I just do this. We're all over him like a rash now. This rook blocks is forced, pinning itself, then rook e8. And I think checkmate comes on the next move. I mean, what can he do? He can move that, right? And I take this, king here. Welcome to Hunty's world of pain, world of pain. Okay, interesting. So he's defending the rook. So he's preventing against mate here, but I can now just take the knight, yes? You can't recapture with either pawn because it's mate. As so. Oh, I've had an absolute hunt of a day. Everything that could go did go wrong, so if I'm allowed to use the word hunt in a song, I've had an absolute hunt of a day. I don't want a month of premium. 85.3 and 1500, but 1500 from a base of 831. That ain't bad. So 85.3. You had nice tactical find in this game. Okay, let's go through. Right, the Calabrese Countergambit. Suspicious, says the engine. Ha! Doesn't matter. Okay? Always knight f6. Oh, of course I did. But here, you've got to be worried about this, right? So if there and takes, what is it, queen e7? Computer says, what? King f7. Says king f7. That's crazy. Okay. But I did not do that. I defended the pawn. Now, it's an equal position. Excellent move. Thank you very much. Best move, pawn d5. Tempo. Tempo. Right? It's mean time. And this is just, yeah, that's just... He's thinking, oh no, my pawn, and forgot to say, oh no, my bishop. But that wasn't even the best move. Wowzers. In my trousers, we could have stolen a march on the queen. Okay? So here, queen goes back to d1 in almost all cases, and now we take the bishop. And we're just winning. So I got greedy. I just snatched the piece. But it's still minus 3.75. Queen gets the pawn back. Well done. This was good. Queen e7 better. Knight comes back. Yeah, slight nervous moment there. Queen there. This is okay. Said again, queen e7. I just thought let's trade off. And that was not best. It said just take the damn pawn. Take the damn pawn. Okay. Queen goes here. Kick the knight. Okay. It liked that move. Huh. Now here I guess I could have just like dodged the king out of the way. Maybe even like here. Computer saying block with the bishop. I blocked with the knight. It says that's also best. Okay. Grab more material. We're just winning. And that was the game-losing blunder. So this is the move I didn't like. This. And it is a blunder. It's a genuine... Well, I mean, apart from anything else, he's dropping his bishop. He should have dropped the bishop, put the bishop there, which is what we expected. So this is it. I mean, you know, bottom line, guys, I finished with 15... Was it? I finished with more time on the... No, I finished with 12 minutes. Okay. Right? Take the time just to say, did my opponent just do something completely stupid? Because they will. And that's it. Anyway, so we're up to 8-3-1 now. And onwards and upwards. I'm off to a festival early tomorrow morning. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you soon.